Caught a nice one on a square bill. Turn around, pick up my flipping stick, and look what I caught. Big boy.
What'd you get him on?
All things a baby brush off. It's for you, Deborah. So guys, this is my weekly report for the 26th of October. And that's something I did this week. I went down the Delta yesterday and caught some nice fish. We had quite a few fish, flipping brush hogs, and caught a few on square bills and caught a few on blades, caught a few on everything. But the bass bite is really good down the Delta with this front we had today and cooler temperatures. You see I got my bibs on. It's getting chilly out here, so fishing's gonna pick up here really quick. The other day this week I went hunting. I was up at Pete's Ranch, and I probably saw 10 does and 1 buck, but he wasn't big enough for me to shoot. So I'll wait for a bigger one because I got another week or so. But other than that, other things going on around here. The bluefin have showed up again. There's good reports out of Half Moon Bay. Guys are catching quite a few. And Bodega Bay, they're also catching quite a few fish. Haven't heard too much about the albacore. I think because there were so many little ones that guys were not wanting to go after those things, and they changed up and started going for the bluefin. And it seems like everybody's catching. Bub and Adrian went out last week, but that's the day we had the earthquake and they went for a boat ride. But after that, a couple days after that, things settled down. A lot of bluefin got caught. So, get your gear ready and then get ready to get out there, because they're catching them pretty good right now. Other stuff, the halibut fishing's still pretty decent. I think you could still get bait at the receiver, but I would check and make sure. But the halibut fishing they're still catching them, but I think a lot of people quit going after them because the season's been going so good for the last 4 or 5 months that people are getting tired of catching them. But they had that sturgeon meeting. I got the notice from Fish and Game that they're going to change. There's some rules. I don't think they announced it to the public yet, but there are going to be some closures from January 1 during their spawning season up the Sacramento River. They're going to close a lot of that area, and also they're going to change the limit to 1 fish, but they're going to change the slot. And the slot's going to be, if I remember correctly, it's between 40 and 48 inches. So you're allowed 1, and there's going to be closure. So they'll announce it here pretty soon. I think they're just waiting till the end of the year. That way people get the full use out of your report card that you purchased this year. But other than that, striper seasons with this cold weather. Quay, this buddy of mine, the other day he caught 3 nice ones. They look like 12 to 15 pounds. Caught them all on top water. And he was up north in Liberty, and I was going to head there today, which was Wednesday, but when we got here the wind was blowing about 25-30, so I opted to stay in the sloughs and go bass fishing. But the stripers should be showing up here really thick in the next couple weeks, because the weather's supposed to stay like this. It's not supposed to get hot no more. The water temperature this morning was 61 degrees. So, those fish will start moving in the system here real quick. So stripers, I would put high priority on my list. Leo, the guy that drew a fishing outing with me and Denise, he finally got a hold of me. And as soon as the striper fishing picks up and goes really good, then we're going to head out. Probably in the next week or 2, I'll get them out on the water. And other than that, I heard they're still catching some stripers at Hogan, but that's going to be until fall, and then it'll probably start slowing up. But the bass fishing, Berryessa, Folsom, these lakes around here are pretty soon they're gonna start turning over. So that spoon bite, that's my favorite time of the year. catch a lot of bass on spoons. Guys are already doing it, but it's not red hot. But I'd assume when the lakes turn over, and when we get about a week of weather like we're having today, those lakes are going to turn and the fishing's going to bust wide open. I hope the landlocked kings, I hope when that lake turns over at Berryessa especially, that those salmon will start going on the bite. And I think they will. Last year the lake never turned, so we'll see what happens. But the trout fishing, if you watch Big Nate, he's been still catching a lot. I talked to a customer at the shop the other day, and he caught quite a few at Berryessa. They were trolling the dam, and they were using shad wraps and spoons, and they're trolling fast, like 3 miles an hour. And the fish are probably going to start rising. I would launch at these lakes, watch your meter, and see if the bait fish are moving higher to the surface. They've been in 30 to 40. I was there a week and a half ago looking for crappie, and I saw a lot of the bait at 20 to 40. So that gives me an indication that the lake is starting to turn, and then fish are moving up shallow. When they get on the surface, that's when the bass, catfish, trout, king salmon, everything goes crazy. And usually all the lakes should be turning over about the same time. So crappie, it's been a little bit tough. My brother's been catching a lot. He's been up north. I've tried a couple times in the lakes and haven't been very successful. We looked for them today. We caught a few, but today was not a good day to do it. It was really windy this morning, and we had overcast, and we had just a lot of wind, and it makes it really tough. But we did catch a few. But other than that, fishing, usually this time of the year is one of my favorite times because we get that drastic weather change, and all fishing's gonna go crazy here real quick. I want to do a Mackinac video here pretty soon, so I got to get in touch with a buddy of mine who wants me to go with him because he's been catching quite a few. He's been spooning them, but I think I can really catch them really good on the Gitsit, like I do for landlocked kings. But other than that, pretty soon, guys, I'm going to be retiring, and I'm going to open up a consultant where you can hire me to take you on the water in your boat or mine, and I'll show you how to run your electronics, how to set them. I'll check everything, as far as your transducer, whether it's reading correctly, when you're traveling, if it's at the right angle, where you're seeing fish arcs. But I'm going to be doing that as a consultant, and that's probably going to start at the 1st of January. So I'll be advertising on the YouTube channel and get it out to let you guys know that I'm doing it. So anyway, if you guys like the video, please hit that like and subscribe. It'll really help my channel a lot. If you're heading out on the water on Saturday morning, every Saturday, I'm on SEP's California Sportsman's, and at 6:40 I tell you about what's going on locally if I hear anything besides what I'm telling you now. So tune in on 11:40. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys next week, and thanks for watching.